Hello K-freaks, my name is Ara and welcome back to my channel. As I promised, I'm back with another video about light sticks. This time I'll show you how to make your own A.R.M.Y bomb. And I just want to say that if you have the chance to buy your own A.R.M.Y bomb, the real one, just do it because this way you are supporting your group. So I'm doing this exclusively for the people that can't afford or can't buy because it's too far, so they can make their own while they buy the real one actually. So I hope that you like it a lot and let's get into the tutorial. For this we're gonna need a black lantern. It depends on the size that you want to make your light stick. We also are going to need a clear ball. This you can find it at any craft store, maybe stores that they sell like Christmas ornaments and stuff like this. I know it's not Christmas time. Anyways, I'll link down below places where you can buy it like eBay, etc. Some white or beige beads. The shape and the size doesn't matter a lot. White glue, but I ended up using super glue and is the one that I really recommend. Black foam. We will need just a tiny piece. And last, a hot glue gun or hot silicone. So, we will start by making a hole in the clear ball so the lantern can fit in. I'm pretty sure that there is many ways to do this, but I only could think about this method. So here I'm just placing the lantern on top of the clear ball, and with the help of a pen, I'm just drawing the place where I want the hole to be. Now I'm taking an X-Acto knife and I'm warming it a little bit with a candle and cutting little by little the hole. Please, if you do this, be very careful with the candle and also make sure to do this in a ventilated place. Take your time and don't be in a hurry so you will not break anything. Also, I recommend you to do it with the ball closed like this so they match perfectly later on. And you should end up with something like this. Make sure that it fits perfectly, and if it does, just sand the edges a little bit. If not, you can recut the parts that you think you have to make them bigger. You always better go like smaller than bigger, because if it's smaller you always can fix it, making it bigger. And ta-da! For me it fits perfectly. Now we will move to what I think that is the hardest part. So the A.R.M.Y bomb has some drawings on the inside, like some blurred letters and also like a map. I tried doing all of this, but it's very hard. Here I sticked some letters and what I'm doing now is just dabbing some white glue on it. But that was a fail because when I wanted to peel it, everything was peeling off, the glue included. So I tried again, this time with super glue, and that worked very well. I didn't use any like sticky letters. What I did is just taped a template from outside of the ball and I painted from the inside. I used a thin brush and I went very slowly because you want to be very careful with this, because the super glue, as you know, once it sticks, you can't remove it. I decided personally to skip like the map part, and also they have like a blurred part in the top part of the ball and also in the bottom part. I decided to skip this because that was very hard to achieve. So right now you should have something like this and you can refix it if you want. Personally, I did a second coat once I removed the template. Now it's time to do the top part, the small black one. So what I'm doing here is just I'm looking for images of the A.R.M.Y bomb for a reference. Again, I'll not be giving you any sizes because that depends on the size of the ball and the lantern that you have. You just have to keep like the proportions from the real one. You can measure so you will know how wide you want your circle to be. In my case, I was lucky because I found a bottle cap that was the right width that I wanted. So what I'm doing here is just I'm pressing it against the foam just to have the circle. I cutted the circle and I'm just making sure that it's the right size that I wanted. Now I'm just cutting a strip of the foam. It depends on the height that you want it to be. And now I'm helping myself with some washi tape for the gluing part, because this is very hard. You have to glue it from the inside because you don't want any glue showing like from your A.R.M.Y bomb. So here I am gluing like carefully all the strip around my circle. Be very careful because the hot silicone is a very good glue, but at the same time easily it can be a mess. So you just have to go like dot by dot, making sure that everything has a good finish. Anyways, if you finish and you have some glue showing, you can just paint it with a marker. I'm using a toothpick for the antenna kind of part. I'm just cutting it in size and spray painting it silver. Once it's dry, for the top part, I'm using a small strip of foam. I'm gluing it all around. And with some scissors, I'm rounding the tip, just like this. You can also use some air clay for this. So now I'm just poking a hole in the black part to introduce the antenna thing. I'm cutting the excess, and now with hot silicone, I'm just like filling this part to make sure that the antenna won't fall. This is very optional, but the light of my lantern was too strong, so I decided just to glue a circle of paper to make it a little bit more blurry. Now it's time to attach everything together. I started by just gluing a half of the clear ball, putting some hot silicone on the top part of the lantern, putting the half of the ball, and just waiting for it to dry very well. Don't forget to introduce some beads. This is very optional. I know that the real one has some beads, I don't know how many, so it's up to you. To glue the two halves of the ball, I decided to use super glue, and for the bottom part, like the ball with the lantern, I used hot silicone. So I had to put like the two glues and be very fast to arrange everything together and wait for it to dry very well. Try to keep it upside down until the glue is dry so the beads won't stick like this. Now it's time to glue the top part, and for this I just like filled the inside with hot silicone and I just pressed it hard against the A.R.M.Y bomb. I lost the footage of this, but I just cut it like 2 circles from foam, and here I'm just copying like the A.R.M.Y and BTS writing that the original lightstick has. I didn't use any template, but feel free to do it if you feel not confident enough to just copy it. Figure where you want them to be and then glue them in place. If you can't find a black lantern, you can always like spray paint it, because it was hard for me to find like a black lantern in this exact size. So yep, spray paint is magic. And we are done. That's it. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you liked it. I really enjoyed thinking about this idea and also making it. So please leave me down below if you liked it and if you want me to recreate like more light sticks. If you do this idea, I would love to see a picture of it. You can send it to me by my social media. And if you're A.R.M.Y, give this a big thumbs up and share it with people that likes BTS also. Make sure to watch the previous video that is about light sticks too if you haven't seen it yet. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. 안녕!